Okay, so this is a little bit confusing to me because I admittedly have no idea about how they do the timestamps or dates on there. I always see people getting video of, they knew the day before, they uploaded this the day before, and they have the screenshot of it, which I took this screenshot, and I don't know how you do that, how you do the timestamps or what it means or whatever. So I'm just putting this up. I'm not claiming that this is or isn't anything, but it was curious to me because I was looking at the Arapahoe shooter footage, and I saw the same girl, of course, played over and over and over and over as a witness, and her name is Courtney, and it's actually, her real name is Courtney Leipold with a P, but I thought this name was interesting, and that's why I went on this little search to see what this girl was, or who this girl was, because it says Leytoldt, which, if you are clever, that could mean lie told, or whatever. So Leipold, Courtney Leipold. And I thought that was suspicious, so I was looking for this girl's Facebook page, because when I Googled Courtney Leipold, I got nothing except for the Arapahoe shooting stuff. And there was no Facebook. And I haven't checked again since I have figured out that it is actually Leipold. But there are, most of the articles that you see with this girl's name in it have it spelled exactly this way. And so this is way back, like, I Googled it, this is page 10 of how many, results that would have gotten me to there. But the date on this, I will get to the point, sorry. December 12th, 2013. Now, I don't know how timestamps work. I don't think it's possible to change that to have been any day except for the 12th. Am I correct? I don't know. That's why I'm putting this up, and I want somebody to help me, because it would be kind of suspicious that they interviewed this girl a day before the shooting. But at first I was like, not a tear, I don't know, but I'm never going to, criticize somebody's reaction in the moment of trauma, because we all have different reactions. Somebody who might be just as affected doesn't seem like they are, or somebody who is totally affected seems like they're unaffected. So I can't claim to be, an expert in that field, so I'm not going to say that she was faking or isn't faking or is or whatever. The other thing that another thing to point out is, it'll say, when you Google it, it shows she saw a girl covered in blood running down the stairs. So she said she was in yoga class, and this is her whole story, and she saw, I'm assuming Claire, running down the stairs covered in blood. Now, I don't know if it's Claire that she's talking about, but that would be hard if you were shot point blank in the head. Also, in other reports, it says that Claire was sitting down with a friend, sitting down, and when she was shot. So, which is it? Just one of many, many discrepancies. However, no matter what report you have, no matter if it's the side of the school and the official report, the side of the students, the side of the security officer, whoever's telling the story, it doesn't matter. Because within each of those stories, outlined clearly, is an objective, and they all are the same. So, although I commend that security officer for coming forward, if it is the truth, then that's awesome. But I have my doubts there as well, and I will show you that on my next video. So, but I think he's pretty much genuine. I don't really care who is. I'm not here to dispute who's faking it and who's not, because all I know is somebody's lying, and that's pretty much a given in any story. So we'll just get that out of the way, and I really am not going to discuss that, because that takes us in the wrong direction. what I want to talk about and what I want people to think about is what is at the heart of this, what the new agenda and what the new changes that they are wanting to have come from this. That's where you need to focus your attention, not on the incident itself, but on the aftermath of that. And is it in your best interest, all of these things? Yeah, they might have tricked us to get it in place. Yeah, it might be truthful. And they might just be opportunists. But I don't care. I care about our freedoms, and I care about our children, and I want them to be safe. Yes. I do not think that the things proposed are going to keep them any more safe at all. And I think that in most cases, it's actually detrimental. First off, to them as a human being and their growth as children, some of these things, and it's detrimental to the safety of them and the ability to do what we go to school for, or what we send their kids to school for, or what I thought it was, which is to get an education. And that is all. All these other things that we overcomplicate it with need to be stepped back and reined in. Parents need to start paying attention, and you need to demand that your rights be first off restored and then respected. I think that would make a huge difference. There needs to be a more open and honest environment, and there needs to be less control by administration and more control of the people. We need to make school boards and school officials and anything to do with school, because it is at the heart of everything else. It is. We need to make every single one of those people answering to the public. We need to change them from appointed boards and appointed this and appointed that to elected. And we need to stop working for incentives. That is bribery. And it is an easy way to implement things that we would never sign up for, but because our school wants that money, we will bend a little bit, and a little bit more, and a little bit more, and a little bit more. And the curriculum is so beyond, it's beyond belief, people. If you looked at it, you would know. It's very low standards. It's very emotional based. It's just agenda based. And all of these ed programs that a tragedy like this happens, and the first thing they want is more mental health, more suicide ed, more bullying ed. All of those things lead to higher incidents of what they say they're stopping, and afterwards, the biggest thing that I think is overlooked is the suicide rate. People, the suicide rate goes up and I think because of these things, but I'm not going to say it's caused by these things, but that's the statistic. These things come into place, and then afterwards, suicide raises dramatically. In Colorado, we had the highest jump in our suicide rate. It rose 16% last year. That is sad. And no mental health, no drugging is going to stop that. That is possibly causing that. I think probably causing that. We know that antidepressant and SSRI drugs cause suicide, cause homicide in a violent way. It's proven, it's on the label. So why